The Backrooms Files is a fictional archive documenting no-clipping events, missing persons, classified investigations, and recovered evidence connected to the backrooms. The series covers entry zones, backrooms levels, entities, survivor accounts, expeditions, recovered artifacts, and the formation of async as it investigates, explores, and attempts to understand the endless labyrinth beyond reality. In 1953, Elias Porter, a 34-year-old telephone lineman, disappeared without a trace while investigating a reported fault at a rural relay station in southern Ohio, venturing into a maintenance crawlspace that defied all logic as it led him deeper into an endless labyrinth of bundled cables and eerie whispers echoing through the darkness. As Elias navigated this surreal landscape, the comforting scent of earth and concrete was replaced by an unsettling odor of heated dust and old insulation, while distant voices began to envelop him in a chilling symphony that only amplified his sense of dread as he reported back to his crew about the inexplicable nature of the tunnel. Despite the crew's encouragement, Elias grew increasingly frantic as he discovered that every attempt to ascend only led him back to where he began, with endless echoes of his name bouncing off the walls, intensifying the surreal nature of his descent into this bizarre underworld where telephone cables seemed to meld into a realm beyond comprehension. In a moment of despair, Elias transmitted his last coherent message, declaring that the cables did not end and suggesting they were connected to something larger and more sinister, with static creeping into his voice as the chilling realization dawned upon him that he may never escape this strange world that had claimed him. When the rescue team finally arrived at the relay station later that day, they discovered the crawlspace exactly as depicted in the blueprints, extending a mere 50 feet into the earth, with no trace of the dark, endless tunnel or the mysterious ladder that had led Elias into an uncharted nightmare. In the years that followed Elias Porter's disappearance, technicians working on forgotten telephone lines in the region occasionally reported faint hints of a male voice buried beneath the static, endlessly repeating the name Elias, a chilling reminder that sometimes connections are never truly severed, lingering in the silence like a ghost unable to find peace. As whispers of his name echoed through the static, many began to speculate about the strange connection between Elias and the seemingly infinite network of cables that once cradled his voice, leading them to wonder if perhaps he had become part of this eerie infrastructure, forever trapped in an otherworldly realm linked by the very lines he once tended to. The mystery surrounding Elias Porter would spark countless theories and urban legends, with some claiming that the very cables he once tended were not merely conduits for communication, but gateways to another existence, creating a chilling narrative where the line between reality and the supernatural continues to blur, leaving those who dare to remember him both fascinated and haunted. Even decades later, tales of Elias's disappearance linger in the small towns of southern Ohio, where residents speak in hushed tones about the mysterious network of cables, the fading echoes of his name, and the unsettling notion that somewhere in the shadows, the line between life and the unknown continues to pulse, forever connecting those who dare to listen. Legends tell of an ethereal presence wandering through the forgotten tunnels and cables, where the figure of Elias Porter is said to emerge occasionally, embodying the unresolved questions of his disappearance, leaving behind unsettling whispers that evoke both intrigue and fear in those who dare to venture near the haunted relay station. On nights when storms rage and thunder echoes through the valley, some claim to hear the faint sound of a radio crackling to life amidst the tempest, with fragments of Elias's voice rising and falling within the static, igniting the imaginations of those who believe he remains intertwined with the very cables he once tended, forever searching for a way back to the surface. As tales of Elias Porter continue to weave their way into local folklore, the verdant landscape surrounding the relay station stands as a silent witness to the unexplainable events, where every rustle of leaves seems to carry his name, and every flash of lightning reveals glimpses of a mystery that time has yet to unravel. In the years that followed, many have ventured to the site, driven by curiosity and the haunting allure of Elias's story, each hoping to catch a glimpse of the uncanny phenomena or perhaps even hear his name mingling with the whispers of the wind, perpetuating the legend of a lineman who vanished without a trace, yet remains forever tethered to the cables he once traversed. These artifacts of memory not only serve to commemorate Elias Porter's tragic fate, but also fuel the curiosity of those who sit in diners and share stories about the eerie whispers that still echo through the static of their radios, reminding everyone that some mysteries refuse to fade, remaining alive in the hearts and minds of those who remember. As seasons change and the world moves on, the tale of Elias Porter remains etched in the fabric of local legend, where brave souls still wander the overgrown paths to the relay station, driven by the hope of uncovering a truth that may have been buried deep within the labyrinth of cables. feeling as though they are not just searching for answers, but reaching out to connect with a spirit that continues to call from beyond. Every evening as the sun sets, those who visit the site leave tokens of remembrance, diaries filled with reflections, candles flickering softly, and whispers into the twilight. Each gesture a reminder that while Elias may have vanished into the unknown, his legacy continues to connect those seeking understanding, hope, and perhaps a glimpse of the unexplainable forces that bind us all.